preparedness. Today's video will be attempting a little experiment on dehydrating ginger and then powdering it and then hopefully storing it long term. So this is the ginger that we're going to use. I bought this from Costco. It says it's fresh ginger. Well, it is. You can see how fresh it is. But the last packet I bought, I don't know if it's something wrong with my fridge or whatever, but it only lasted for 2 weeks before it went mouldy, and ginger normally lasts a lot longer for me. But after watching a video on dehydrating and powdering eggs, which I'm going to be attempting myself shortly, just got me wondering if I can do the same sort of process with the ginger. So I'm going to video me peeling this in a sec. I'll cut to that, but I'm going to try and show as much of the process as I can. And just keeping in mind that this is actually an experiment. I don't know how it's going to come out, but we'll find out together. I'll see you guys soon. Alright, and we're back. So got our peeler, got a bowl for the scraps. Let's get started. I may cut to the end of this process after a little bit, but yeah. So if anyone's got any ideas on how to do this better, please let me know, because as I said, for me this is an experiment. I've never done this before, first time trying. But this ginger smells beautiful, I can tell you that much. Right, I might start looking like a noob here and cut back in once I have it all peeled. I'll see you guys shortly. Right guys, we're back. I gave up on the peeling it. Going to just use a knife to slowly take the skin off. Just because it feels a lot more effective and faster. As you can see, getting there a lot quicker. I'll cut back in once I've got a fair bit done. And maybe once my stupid old brain thinks of something more to talk about. See you guys soon. So, some of you guys might be wondering, why is he using a cleaver? I use a cleaver for just about all my cooking. I don't use any other knife. This is my favourite cleaver. It came from a recent promotion Coles had for MasterChef. And I just find there's nothing I can't do with it. So why not just use one knife for everything? And some people might disagree. Some people might think, oh, there's different knives for different jobs. But I'd rather the one knife that I know and that I can use properly than trying to learn 10 different knives. I mean, there's nothing you can't do with this knife. You can chop, you can fill it, it'll dice. I've yet to find anything I cannot do with a cleaver. In some Asian countries, this is the only knife you'll see them using in street kitchens, which to me says a lot. People might disagree. I'm very open to comments. In fact, I would love if you guys filled up the comments bar and actually commented on the video. If you think I'm doing something wrong, let me know. I'm all about improving. If you guys have any comments on how I can make better videos for you, I'd love to hear them. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit more of this. If I feel like talking again, I'll cut back in. See you soon. Right, so I'm back. I'm just going to apologise in advance because my whole family's home, which I love to bits, but there may be some random noises on the recording, so I'll try to edit that out as much as possible to make a better quality video for you guys, but sometimes, you know, life. The other reason you might wonder, why is he going to this much effort to try to preserve ginger long term? And that's because the price of food around the world is going through the roof. I saw ginger at $30 a kilo today, and we use a lot of it in our cooking, so I'd just rather have some stored away at $30 a kilo rather than, if things continue the way they're going, paying $60 or more a kilo. Because with the fuel prices how they are, it is not going to end up well for us. Anyway, I'll be back shortly. Yeah, so I just want to touch on the need to be clean, really clean when you're doing this. One of your biggest enemies storing food long term is bacteria and bugs. So some of the precautions I took today, everything I'm using was washed beforehand, but then I double washed it. Again, I scrubbed my hands with surgical wash because I'm a nurse, I have access to that. And I've removed my watch as well, which, being a plastic banded watch, can hold a lot of bacteria. It's just really, really important that you take the opportunity to be clean. There's no point, as I might have already said, I've taken this a couple of times, in preparing all this food for your family, to store it long term, to get sick when you eat it. It's just not worth it, guys. Be super clean. So when you see me using my bare hands, it's because I know that I've cleaned and washed everything meticulously beforehand. Alright, I'll see you guys shortly. So while we're here, let's have a little chat about why I haven't been making many videos the last year or so. And I just, with everything that was going on in my life, I just got really burnt out. Had a baby out of the blue that we didn't expect, little Jeremiah. And I was sort of in the middle of starting a new nursing job. I didn't have a lot of experience over the last 2 years, that has been. And just settling into that, the whole coronavirus was a big deal, especially for us being nurses. But we're aiming to make more videos, and I'm doing everything I can to try to just make them a higher quality for you guys. I'm trying to learn more about editing. That's not really a strong suit for me. But I'm definitely learning new skills with it, which is fun as well. A lot of people who know me know that I've been prepping for some time, since before the coronavirus started, but I wasn't really serious about it. In recent months, that's sort of changed for me, just seeing where the world's heading in terms of fuel prices. Definitely the food crisis that's coming. But that's a topic for another day that I intend to go deeper into. I might start doing a few podcast type things as well. Just unfortunately, you guys can just listen to my drony ass voice, which I'm trying to work out how to speak better in videos too, just to make myself easier to listen to. It could just be me, but I hate the sound of my voice. But I enjoy making YouTube content, or content in general, and I really, really would like to get better at it. So if there's any suggestions you guys might have, I'm very much open to constructive criticism, because that's the only way that we can improve. And if there's anything you guys would like to see, please tell me, and I will try to make it happen for you. I'll cut back in. I'm just going to do these last 5 or 6, and then I'll slice them up and get them dehydrating. Okay, and we're back. So we've got all these cut up. I'm just still playing in my head how big I want to cut them into chunks. But they are quite thick, aren't they? Might go for little 2 centimetre chunks like that. As I said, every part of what I'm doing here is an absolute experiment to me. So we will see how we go, and if we fail, we'll adjust and try again. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get all this onto one tray. As much as you can, try to keep this uniform. I know that I'm having some issues with that, because this is not sort of one shape fruit, but it's a fruit. I just call it a fruit. It's actually a vegetable. Is it a vegetable? It's ginger a vegetable. Who knows? Can someone get me an answer for that? I think I'll just leave that one as it is. Maybe that one too, and that one. You can go in half, my friend there. Yeah, fine. You're going in half there. Some of these, because of different sizes and shapes, might need longer than others do. My plan at this stage, I think, is to put them in at about 60 degrees for 14 hours, which should take me through to the morning, I think. I might reevaluate that plan when we get to the dehydrator. But I'll cut back in a sec. I'll get all these cut up and I'll see you soon. And there you go. Ginger's all ready. I think that was about a 500 gram tub. And once we dry this will shrink a lot further. And then, as you'll see when we get there, and the amount of powder that we get out of this may surprise you, but we'll have a look at it all when we're there. I'll see you guys shortly. Sorry, it is a little bit darker than I intended, but that's in there. And I'm just going to climb up a little bit and we'll set this. So it's a Dehydrating brand. I don't know if that's any good. It was a fairly cheap dehydrator from eBay. But might just turn it off, turn it on. So the first thing that we're going to adjust is the timer. So as I said, I'm going to do this for about 14 hours at this stage. Next thing, I'm going to turn the temperature. You know what? I might keep the temperature at 70. I think that'll be acceptable. And then we'll put the lid on and we're done. I will have to find the lid apparently, because I forgot where I put it. I'll be right back. So it's running, lid's on. I wish you could actually smell this. If you like the smell of ginger, it smells amazing right now. Just make sure it's all sealed tight. And I'll come back to you once this is all done. And then I'll show you the process of how I intend to ground it down to a powder. Alright, catch you guys later. Yeah, so as you can see, it's been in there for almost exactly 6 hours at 60 degrees, so let's turn that off. As you can see, a lot of it come down in size quite substantially. But we should still get a good amount of ginger powder out of this. I'm going to pull this out and then I'll cut back. So, as you can see, I've done a little test grind up of one of the pieces of ginger. And it's coming out pretty good. It hasn't even been, it's been maybe 6 hours at 60 degrees. But I'll take you out to the freeze dry, a dehydrator. I would really love a freeze dry. And we'll get it out and then we'll come back and we'll put the rest through the blend tech. So this is what we ended up with. It's still a little bit stringy, and I might put it through the mortar and pestle just to see if I can't get any fire. I'm not going to use the blend tech anymore because it was a little bit louder than what I thought, and my wife is asleep, so we'll respect her sleep. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of happy with that consistency. It's definitely dry, and I mean, it's a little bit fibrous, but you're not going to notice that once you start using it in a dish, really. But nonetheless, I will try and grind it up a little bit more in the mortar and pestle, and we'll see what we come up with. I'll see you guys soon. So that's it all ground up, and I've put it into a vac seal bag ready to vac seal. It was kind of hard using just my own hands to hold on to the mortar and pestle and do all that. But I'll show you the vac sealing your protein 100 million times. I'm just pulsing because it is a fine powder and I don't want to suck it up into my machine and clog it. That should be well done. And I'm using an extra large 500cc oxygen absorber because I didn't double seal on my 50 cc's and they all expired because of it. So always double seal because you never know when you're going to have an accident. Alright, anyway, I'll cut back in a moment. So that's our finished product. There's a little bit over a cup of ground up powdered ginger. I forgot what I was saying for a sec there. Which will come quite in handy down the track, I suspect. So Thanks for watching the video today on how to dry out and then grind up, powder and vac seal your ginger and possibly anything else you can think of. I certainly intend to try a lot more products for you guys, and well, just for me too, because I want to store the stuff away for my family. Because food's becoming way more scarce, it's definitely becoming a lot more expensive. And so having a stockpile of it while the food's cheap and abundant just seems like pretty good practice to me. Anyway, so I intend to be doing a lot more videos for you guys, and I hope to see you guys